Shin My Mao no Testament just to see what that was about. Because don't ever say that I don't at least try. I don't ever judge anything until I at least try. And I'm gonna say this. Just like Big D over there said, it has a really cool story. The story is really, really cool. And you get to the ecchi moments that are like, I seriously had to stop and went, am I still watching an anime or did we switch to hentai here? I mean, because you just go way the hell out there. I mean, I've seen some moments, but god damn, that's some moments. I
dropped it on episode 4 or 5. There was a scene where he busts in on the girl, and then like instead of her screaming, he like covers her mouth and like, don't, calm down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Blah blah blah. And then like they get all tangled up into some weird position. I'm like, okay, I wasn't. It was different. I didn't expect him to like stop her from screaming, and then when he did, I thought she was gonna kick him in the balls, but I can't remember if that happened. I can't remember if that happened or not. And then
no, I think she calmed down.
Okay, and then they got all tangled up, and I'm like, okay, well, I was expecting that part. So I'm like, okay, so that was it was like what I was expecting. It's something different. It missed what I was expecting, so I'm like, okay, cool. And then it ended up where I thought it was gonna end up. So I'm like, okay. I'm like even with that. I'm like, yes, no. Okay, whatever. Then episode 5, repeat that same thing. He busts in there on again, and she's like, ah! And he's like, no, shh. And then they get just.
You know, okay. To be fair with this series, you can't have a demon and especially a succubus as a character and not expect that some things are gonna happen. I'll say this: there's another one going on right now. Junketsu no Mirai. They have a succubus in that one as well. But at least with them, succubus is like, they're ecchi, they do have it. It's still there. It's way more underplayed, and a lot of it is just innuendos that you kind of have to figure out. You're like, you think about it for like half a second, and you're like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's dirty, but okay, we're moving on now. You know, so it's there, if anyone would like to know the difference in what we are talking about here, there is a prime example. You watch Testament and then watch Tazai. That's Tazai, Maria. There we go. Watch Testament and watch Maria, because if you do, you'll see there are 2 animes that have succubus characters in it, but one obviously does a better job with it than the other, because they didn't need to have her have the whole, she's going to get cursed, and every time she feels like he's betraying her for whatever reason, she's going to be like super horny or whatever and has to like get off. Like, that went way out there. I'm like, because the minute they explained that was the way the curse worked, I'm like, okay, that's going to be overused a lot. And sure enough, it's overused a lot. Because I'm like, okay, you have a girl that's way young out there with a guy who she obviously has feelings for. So anytime she's going to be with another woman, which there's obviously more women around him, that's going to happen. Or he's going to go somewhere, and that's going to happen. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, can we stop this, please? Can we just get back to the cool story that you have? I want to see that. And I was good. I watched all of it straight through. But this last episode, I'm going to continue it. I'm bound and determined. I'm going to continue this. It will happen. But I can't guarantee now that I'm not going to skip some parts, because that last episode I watched, I'm like, okay, can we just skip this? Skip. Okay, now we're back to the story. There we go. Very good. Hey, I don't need to watch that.
I felt like I was going to be like that with the Trinity 7.
Oh, yeah.
This show makes Trinity 7 look so good. Oh my god.
So tame in comparison.
If they come back for a second season, I'm definitely watching that, because
For Trinity 7?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do
You know what? I mean, I can guarantee you, it seems like Testament's probably going to get another season. I'm going to call it right now. Testament will get a second season. And you know why I say that, too? Because we know another one that's almost exactly in that same sort of fashion that got multiple seasons. We know it very well, don't we? Which anime would that be?
Is that High School DxD?
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
Okay, because I'm like, they're coming out with another one next season, I think.
What one that's over the top ecchi that has had multiple seasons already?
Oh, Queensblade.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I had to remind you about that. I watched the first episode of that, and I'm like, no.
I watched 4.
Wow, you did better than me on that one.
I really wanted to find out what was going to happen to the main character. And then I think there was some character where her teeny bottom part was a snake or something. So it's like a snake like wrapped her in between her legs and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
And then she like captured the main character and like kept her prisoner or something. And I'm just like, I can't do it anymore.
I mean, when the bunny came out for me in the first episode, I'm like, really? We're gonna have like who's shooting? No, I can't even describe it. But then it made it worse. I'm like, okay, hopefully this just kind of goes away and we can just move on and forget about it. And the next thing I know, second season, third season. I think they even had a fourth season. I'm like, Jesus, why? Why?
I know somebody who loves that show, and if I tell him there's a new season, he'd be like, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I couldn't. I can't.
I will marshal through this one, if only because, goddamn, is it just nice with the story? I want to know what happens. He has a cool power. There's a whole lot going on in other ways, but every time, like just this last episode, they showed like the current demon lord, and he's like planning something, and like his final words were something similar, like they'll never know the amount of pain and pleasure I shall put them through. And I'm like, oh God, no, don't do it, please. You're gonna kill me. I know it. Anyways, characters. You have to have interesting characters. You can't just lead. Even if there's one boring character, that can bring an anime down so much. It's a pretty apt similarity, because here you have this person who was once human, who has now been turned into something that isn't human, and they have to come to terms with that. The same